When it is clear red blood, they survived. Isn't my English not so good? Sorry. Yeah, you're correct. When it says small red blood, that means they survived. And they will just walk it off and you have to shoot them again. Anything other than small red blood usually means they will die. Except if you get a bad hit on a bird, it might say lots of pink blood animal survived. Which always sucks. But for most animals, small red blood means it didn't survive. Everything else, it survived. Everything else, it didn't. Okay, we have been over here. We can remove these before we get confused about where we need to go. Need to go left and then right at the campsite. Now, I think we are in secondary habitat for lions, so I don't think that leucistic one is going to be very big, but oh well, we'll survive. We've got a feed zone here. Cape Buffalo, okay. The spotted hyena is one of those species with rare internal dynamics, as even low-ranking females tend to dominate high-ranking males. It is to be expected, given that females are usually larger than males. But until recently, their social system was not as extensively studied as you would expect. Thankfully, with more money being poured into the research, we can now afford to pay you to upset the social dynamics of a hyena clan and provide us with some data to figure out what kind of power struggle occurs when the matriarch dies. We already have some raw numbers, but we need to study 2 other cases to make sure we arrive at the correct conclusions. Sue Serio, Managing Director at FUB Animal Fund. So this one will require us to hunt mature hyenas, mature female hyenas, that weigh more than 76 kilos. I don't think we have the encyclopedia entry for them yet, but it's got to be some pretty big hyenas. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I already saw that coming. Alright.
There you are. I'm waving at you with binoculars in my hand. Can you see me?
Mr. Sparks? No, I'm afraid I can't see you.
Maybe that's for the best. What you need for this exercise is just yourself. And you don't have to call me Mr. Sparks. It's Casper. Guess what my name was before rebranding?
No idea.
It was Avery. But Emma told me the name is the essence of a person. And Avery captured me perfectly at the time. As average.
I think Avery is a good name.
Right? My family wasn't happy about the change. Like, I cut them off. I do miss the name sometimes. Or my 9-to-5 job. It was safe.
What did you do before?
I was a speech-language pathologist. Ha! You didn't expect that. I liked helping people. I hope I still do. Anyways, do you remember what I asked you when we first met?
You asked me what I'm most afraid of.
And what was your answer?
My daughter's death.
No, that was the boring answer. What was your second one?
Fear of reckless people. Especially here.
That's the one. Recklessness. I want you to overcome your biggest fear today. Now for the exercise. I want you to get in the car and finish this race course I've prepared for you.
Sounds easy enough.
Okay, like I said, I am going to take off my earphones, and I'm going to also mute the desktop audio for the stream. You guys should not be hearing any in-game audio anymore. Even if I fire around now. Hopefully you guys did not hear that. If you didn't, then great. Because there is currently an audio corruption bug in the game that just creates some really awful noise when you're on these racetracks. So I'm gonna take off my earphones as well, and we're just gonna get through this race course. As you can see, we are still getting a bunch of subtitles, because there is actually dialogue happening, and normally I would be happy to keep it on, but with the audio corruption that is currently in the game, I do not want to risk that. The main trick for these race courses, both this one and the one on Tickerman Plains, is actually to not give full throttle, because that's just going to make you way too fast and make you go off track. So you actually want to be a little less than top speed, especially up here where you have these curves that you need to get around. Which is honestly kind of annoying, because the racing is not this game's strongest suit, so... But we're gonna try to get it done in the allotted time. Oh, no, no! I'm an idiot. Oh no, did I just... Oh my god. I just managed to put myself on top of a... Wow, okay. Race failed. Yeah. Where was my... Oh, it's over there. Yeah, he is upset with me. Dude, you're the one who made this stupid race course. Let's do that again. I can't believe I actually managed to get my car stuck on top of this rock. Alright, let's keep going. Attempt number 2. I honestly have no idea what that does to the mission dialogue though. Because I don't think I've ever failed a race, whether on purpose or... Whoa! I swear to God, you hit a single rock and you end up in the stratosphere. Yeah, nice landing. It's... Like I said, the vehicle physics and the driving is not this game's strongest suit, so... Game turned into Tony Hawk's, yeah. It's a weird skateboard I have here, for. Like... Last I checked, you were supposed to be on the skateboard, not in the skateboard. This is like some monster truck, what do you call them? The somersaults that you do in the monster truck. So monster truck somersault physics. God, I knew that word for that. Like, I played Monster Jam Steel Titans just last year. If you had asked me this question last year, I would have been like, oh yeah, I know exactly what that is. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not do that. Alright. Now this section is a bit annoying because we have to go over some really small bridges here. With a car that doesn't really steer very well. And this actually steers better than some of the other UTVs and cars, so... There we go. Oof. We got it. Now we just gotta get to the last one. Oh, whoa! I swear to God, all of these cars have monster truck physics. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ah, finally, we did it.
Their fears.
Maybe this is not such a bad exercise as I thought.
It was terrible. Do not lie, Malachi. It was horrible. We barely survived this. Okay, we do actually have something down there, but we're not gonna go back there. Because I think we actually have more campsites that we need to get to. Yeah, we have this one. So we're gonna go back over here. Where's my parking lot sign? There it is. So we need to get this way. Yes. This way, go over here. Here. Then we go out to the left. And we actually have 2 campsites that we need to get here. We have this one over here. And we have this one down here. All right, so we're gonna go straight ahead, left, pick up the campsite first. And then we should, when we are done with all of these campsites that I just marked, then we should have 9 campsite missions and then 1 cabin mission in our main missions, if I'm not mistaken. Also, you guys should have game audio again. Alright, almost there. Do we have actual drink zones here? We do. Nice. Let's have a look. Greater Kudu. Gemsbach. And I think that's it. Just those 2 herds, okay. One of the things I love in terms of details about this map is that none of the campsites on Tikamoon Plains actually have much in the way of shelter. Like, this is the most shelter you're going to get, because obviously it's Tikamoon Plains. It's like Africa. It barely rains. Can you help out an old man for once? There's this kid who inherited a trophy lodge from his grandfather, an old friend of mine. A victim of prostate cancer, God bless his soul. And the way things are turning out, the kid is going to become the same sort of Gemsbok truther his grandfather once was. What am I rambling about, you say? The kid keeps insisting that the biggest trophy in the collection, the horns of a huge male Gemsbok, belongs to a female. Allegedly, his granddad was always telling him about his unnaturally huge female he once encountered and hunted down in the desert. I told him 1,000,000 times, they are male horns, and he doesn't believe me, arguing that I'm just jealous of the collection. There's an easy solution to this Gemsbok blasphemy. I just need fine pairs of horns, 1 male, 1 female. I'll show the kid how the trophies differ, then focus on the elephant in the room. And no, I'm not talking about those tusks that his grandfather stole right under my nose. I'm talking about those horns that are definitely from a male. The kid will have no choice but to believe me, right? It's not like people faced with undeniable evidence can go on believing the same lies. Nelson. Nelson, you poor innocent soul. Okay. We're gonna head out to the left, right, and then left again. Oh! We had Springboks here. And wildebeest. Nice. Now this area down here I really love. Those dunes. It's just an absolutely wonderful, beautiful area. Hey my guardian, how's it going? More springbok. We actually encounter a lot of herds today. Lucky for them, we are still looking for campsite tasks. Okay, right. And then left. Good, good. How's Africa? Africa is alright. We just finished a race course mission. Finally done with that. And now picking up the last few campsites before we have to decide whether we do a blue wildebeest census or a black wildebeest census. It will entirely depend on which one has fewer herds to check. Alright, wait, this campsite doesn't have any missions? Oh, right, it really doesn't. This one does. And these two. Okay. So, back out we go. Whoa! Amazing car physics. This is where I don't usually use the car. Left, straight, right. Seriously? I am so looking forward to us being able to ditch this car. Come on. Alright. One of our last 2 missions. Good flex to you, buddy. My name is Leon Vanderlei. An average person would call me a bodybuilder, but I think of myself more as a body designer or even an architect. What I do is study living organisms, look for perfection and imperfections in their bodies, learn from the experience, and put it into practice. On my recent trip to Africa, there was this one animal I still can't get out of my system. I think it's called wildebeest, but locals refer to it as gnu, similar to how I and my buddies call the gym of North University, which turned us into the fine men we are today. The beast impressed me so much with its front-loaded muscular build and tough-looking muscle that I'm ready to pay you nicely for a chance to study it with my buddies up close. It can be black or blue, it doesn't matter, as long as we receive one less fit and one extremely fit specimen. What matters to us most, after all, is the juxtaposition between them, also known in body architecture theory as the juxtapose. Care to help us out in our pursuit to build a perfect body? So yeah, this mission requires a black or blue wildebeest with a trophy rating of 1. Now that's easy because all youngs are 1s by default. Most adults start out as 1s, and then we can probably also find a few 1-star matures. But it also requires a 5-star black or blue wildebeest. And that's where things get a little more difficult. So we're gonna have to check which one we can actually use for that, or which one would be best to use for that. Now, you know what? We're gonna go to the right, because then we can actually get some other stuff along the way. Yeah, so left, take this, straight ahead, right. Oh, that's a hunting stand. Yeah, we're gonna grab that real quickly before we move on. Let's go. There we go. Straight ahead. And next one off to the right. Oh, there's a bunch of animals over there. And we just spooked most of them. That was warthogs, that's fine. Also warthogs. So many warthogs here. Got the hunting stand. And now we can move on to our campsite. Alright, now this is the last campsite that we should need. I'm gonna double check when we're done though. Discipline above everything. Any hunter worth their salt knows that putting good habits into practice is half the job done. Around these parts, you just can't be as efficient when the sun is up high, especially during the summer festive season. So you train to be at your best at dusk and at dawn. One practice I always suggest to people coming from abroad is 2 simple kudu hunts. One early in the day, one later in the day. Nothing better to stretch your muscles and get into shape before the hunting season begins.